my name's Dúaa Karim and I play the role of Aksa Man like Mobeen. So there are a lot of people who work behind the scenes, for example, the lighting crew, directors, producers, and many more. In my opinion, without the people who work behind the scenes, there would be no show, and they're definitely the most hardworking people I've ever come across. So Ahmed Roy is the location manager. He would sort out all the locations for us to film at. Let's hear from him now.
So my name is Ahmed Roy and I'm from Birmingham. I've been to a different school nearly every year of my life and in different countries as well. So it was my school life was just insane. And each time, so by the end of it, I'd learned to make friends so fast because every year I had to start again. And I was able to just adapt to situations really, really quickly. So with Man Like Mobeen, it's very lucky because I'm from Small Heath where the show is based, and a lot of it's shot there as well. A lot of it is shot there. Credit to them for recognizing that, you know, if we had somebody on the inside helping us with this show, we'll probably be more successful. They're responsible for overseeing anything to do with locations in a film. So that means whatever the script mentions, if the script says, you know, Italian restaurant or street shop or something, they have to follow the brief, the description of the place, go out and scout the place, and then facilitate it for the crew to come there and film. And that means every aspect of it. That means you're bringing 50 people, give or take, to a place to take over the space entirely. It has to be safe, it has to be comfortable, and it has to have a lot of parts in it. Like, we're talking toilets, we're talking green rooms, where are the actors gonna sit, where's everybody gonna park? But then the good thing is, once you've got everybody in, that's when it's sort of downtime for you now, until lunchtime, then it all kicks off again. And then you're there till the end of the day, basically reset the whole place to make it look like how you found it. And then you gotta do it all again the next day. There's no one way to do this. So anybody else, the way somebody reached their goal, or if they got a job or whatever, their path is not going to be the same as your path. As long as you know where you want to end up, just make your own path, because there's no straightforward way of getting into this industry, period. The other thing I would say is play to your strengths and always rise to the occasion. But yeah, just take your time and be patient.
Andy is the writer for Man Like Mobeen along with Gus. He writes the scripts for the show and he is just amazing. He's literally like family to me. Let's hear from him now.
My name's Andy Milligan, and along with Gus Khan, I'm the writer of Man Like Mobeen. Yeah, I think at school I was someone who I was good at what I was good at, and I was really bad at what I was bad at. So I was always good at stuff like English and history. I was not so great at science and maths and stuff like that. So I did my GCSEs, I got 5 GCSEs, then I did A-levels in English and history and got my A-levels, and then I did a degree in English and film studies. But it's not vital by any stretch of the imagination, you know. I think that's the important thing to say about being a writer. You just have to love writing and be persistent, but you don't need to be super successful academically. Everyone's got different routes into it. I worked in TV, I worked my way up like a lot of people do. I was a runner and I made tea, and then I was a researcher and a producer, and I originally worked in kind of entertainment televisions. And then when I got to my mid-20s, I decided that I needed to try and be a full-time writer. I was a producer by this point. By that time I had a few contacts that I knew, so I would get hired on things at first, just writing links for entertainment shows and stuff like that. Shortly after that, I wrote my first kind of spec script, my first script that no one had asked for, but that I needed to have as a calling card. And I sent that out. I got an agent, and things just grew from there, really. But it took a long time and a lot of perseverance. I love everything about Man Like Mobeen because I feel like we're really lucky to make it. But in terms of what I enjoy the most, there's a period about 2 weeks before filming, me and him sit in a room for a week or so and just go through every script and every line and every joke and see how we can make it better and funnier. And I think that's probably my favourite part of the process because A, the show gets a lot better, hopefully, when we do that. And B, you're just sitting in a room with a mate trying to make each other laugh. And that is when writing is brilliant because there's a big element of writing. If you write on your own a lot, as I do, then, it's quite a solitary discipline sometimes. But if you're in a room with another person talking, then it feels like fun. So that's, I think, my favourite part of the process. But I feel very grateful for sort of the whole experience, really. And I think we're really lucky to get to make the show. There's no reason not to just get going and get it out there. And writing is one of those things that a lot of people talk about. A lot of people say, I'd like to be a writer, or I want to be a writer, or maybe I could be a writer. But you just got to do it. Otherwise, you're just a person saying you want to be a writer, and that's not a job. So, yeah, give it a shot would be my main advice.
Wajeeha was our trainee producer. She was shadowing Jill, who was our producer for Man Like Mobeen, and she is absolutely amazing and hilarious.
My name is Wajeeha, and I was the trainee producer on Series 3 of Man Like Mobeen.
I was a good student at school. I liked school a lot, but then I found the jump from GCSEs to A-levels really hard. But I still had English literature that I took, and I'd always loved that, and I'd always thrived in that subject anyway. And that's the one that I ended up studying at university. I saw a retweet of the Man Like Mobeen trainee scheme, and I looked at it and I thought, oh, that's good. But then I didn't think it was for me because it doesn't really seem like it's something that I would do. And I remember speaking to a couple of my friends and they were like, but why not? And I was like, yeah, why not? Why not me? So then I applied, and then I did get a call the following day, so I was very blessed. And now I'm here. I remember looking at the call sheet and it was like, yep, so you got to be here at 7 a.m. And I was like, oh my God, 7 a.m. And you think getting up for school is bad, but no, this was bad. This was leaving your house at 6 o'clock in the morning to make sure you're there on time. And it's fine to say you get breakfast, which is great, but it was a struggle at the start, but then you get used to it. And my role in the trainee director's role was very much so shadowing the director and producer. So during shoot, we were at the monitors, standing and having a lot of feedback, chit chat, what do you, how is this going? What do you think of this scene? We covered a lot of stuff. We weren't just there to shadow. We were also there to pick up the slack. So doing runs to Tesco to go and get things to make the dressing rooms look nice and a bit more comfortable, that kind of stuff as well. I would speak to everyone on set, and I was able to learn something from every conversation that I had. So you start at 7 and then you wrap at, I don't know, again, at 6, 7. I look back and I'm like, oh my God, we did that for so long. So if you're between the ages of 11 to 18, you have so much time. Don't think that you get to your GCSEs and you've chosen all of these subjects and therefore you can't do anything creative or be in the creative industries. You might have been set on law, on medicine, engineering, all of that kind of stuff. And you are 100% entitled to change your mind, because there are people that did. I did several times. I changed my mind all the time. Oh my God. And I've ended up here.
If I was starting out again, I would definitely consider going into acting school for the experience, as I feel like I would have gained a lot of knowledge. I feel like if you're a lot younger, like 11-year-olds, then join drama groups outside of school, maybe that would help a lot with your confidence. And then when you're older, getting into it would be a lot easier for you to handle.